people that's been shot and killed. 15, actually. 15 so far. And they're all conspicuously white. I think there's like 2 white females and 13 white males. So Stephen Ross Glass, Keelan, Wolfgram, Dockery, Donna Hay, these are people that have been killed by Colorado cops this year, 2021. So lots of white dudes, a couple white ladies. Now, I wanted to put the 5 murder charges of Colorado in the context of the killing of Dalton Lee Holt. So Dalton Lee Holt, he was killed May 1st, 2021 by 2 Canyon City police officers, I think, not for sure, Van Dyke and Shelby Beck. So Van Dyke and Shelby Beck shot and killed Dalton Lee Buckholes. So Van Dyke, Shelby Beck killed one of them, or maybe both of them, who knows. The autopsy should say who shot who and, you know, what and where and how he eventually, what was the kill shot or whatever. So we'll find out for sure if it was both, you know, or one or the other. It had to be one or the other, but it could have also been both. So definitely Van Dyke or Shelby Beck or both of them had shot and killed Dalton Buckholes. So what does that mean? Well, they're police officers, right? Qualified immunity system is all based upon their fucking horseshit. If they lie, the system goes along with their lies. If they tell the truth and, you know, don't give a shit, then the whole system ignores you, right? So it's a rocket docket slaughterhouse. When they want the system to use the system, it can be very effective, but if they say, let's not use the system, well, the whole fucking system just collapses. It's all based upon the police branch, and the police have a license to kill in Colorado, but none of the 3 branches have a license to kill. So the police are the front lines between the government and the people, and they have a license to kill, so they have more power than all 3 branches of government. Now, there's 5 murder charges in Colorado. There's 18-3-102, 103, 104, 105, and 106. They're right in a row, so it's easy to look them up. So there's 5 murders, 5 ways you can get charged with murder in Colorado. One is vehicular manslaughter, negligent, vehicular homicide, negligent homicide, manslaughter, and 1st and 2nd degree murder. Those are the 5 charges for murder in Colorado. Some of these are pretty self-explanatory, but in case you don't know, negligent homicide would be like if you put an anvil, you know, at the top of a building and then somebody walked by, the anvil fell off and killed them. You didn't murder them intentionally, but you're negligent, right? You put the anvil teetering on the edge of a cliff, and then the person, you know, was walking by. So that's negligent homicide. Manslaughter, well, it's vehicular homicide is not, you didn't kill the person, but you got into a wreck, and then the person died, and so that's, you know, vehicular manslaughter. You could actually, I guess, use it as a battering ram, actually do vehicular manslaughter intentionally if you wanted to. So there's negligent homicide, vehicular homicide, and then 1st and 2nd degree murder and manslaughter. And I got the exact definition of manslaughter. It's a lesser charge than 1st and 2nd degree murder, so it's best to explain what those are first. So 1st degree murder is premeditated. You walked out of your house and then intentionally, knowingly, you know, you killed a person. You walked out of your house, okay, saying, you know, A needs to go, and then you did it. Now, 2nd degree murder is you intended to do it, you knowingly did it, but you didn't plan on it. You didn't premeditate. You didn't walk out of your house thinking it was going to happen. Now, when the situation went down, then you said, okay, now I'm going to, you know, pull out my gun, I'm going to shoot and murder and kill. That is 2nd degree murder, right? So 1st degree murder is premeditated. You walked out of your house. 2nd degree murder is you intentionally and knowingly killed another person. You took another person's life. Manslaughter is this, 18-3-104. A person commits the crime of manslaughter if A, such person recklessly causes the death of another person, or B, such person intentionally causes or aids another person to commit suicide. That one lady was sitting there telling her ex-boyfriend or whatever to keep on killing himself until he finally did, right? That would be manslaughter also. Such person recklessly causes the death. So that's kind of like negligent homicide in some respects. You recklessly put the anvil there and then it fell. So it's kind of perfectly situated right between negligent homicide and 1st and 2nd degree murder. So it's not negligent, but it's not really 2nd degree murder. To me, it looks like that Van Dyke and Shelby Beck, whichever one of them or both of them, killed Dalton Lee Buckholz. The other, Crichton Phillips, is going to get injured, so he didn't get killed, but it's attempted murder, right? So if one of them, if we were to charge Van Dyke and Shelby Beck as citizens, as just regular people, assuming they have no police authority whatsoever, they just went up and, you know, gunned somebody down, just execution style, right? Just straight up assassinated, just, you know, Van Dyke and Shelby Beck. If they're regular citizens and they pulled the shit that they pulled, you know, May 1st, 2021, they would be guilty of second-degree murder. They would clearly be guilty of second-degree murder and probably, you know, manslaughter too. And then the other person might be guilty of negligent homicide for not telling the other one to, you know, calm the fuck down. What the hell are you doing, you crazy person? So, were they reckless? Yeah. Did they intend to do it? They sure did. Now, was it premeditated? We don't know for sure if they walked out of their house intending to kill Dalton Lee Buckholz. Maybe just as a cop, maybe they walked out intending to do whatever, but, yeah, so the one who shot and killed Dalton, they're guilty, I think, of the definition. If they were charged as citizens, they would be guilty, or I would, as a prosecutor, charge them, and we'll let the, you know, jury decide, or the judge or whatever. But if I'm the judge, I'm charging these, if they're citizens, second-degree murder, manslaughter, maybe negligent homicide, attempted murder. So if the other guy, you know, shot Dalton too, then that means he would also be that would also be a murder charge for that person too. Negligent homicide, not really. Vehicular homicide, apparently they didn't hit him or they weren't pinned in. I'm not sure if they rammed him, but it didn't seem like it was the gunshots, right? That's what killed Dalton Lee Buckholz. So it's not vehicular homicide. It's not negligent homicide. It's second-degree murder. It's manslaughter, and it could be first-degree murder. So those are the 5 murder charges of Colorado put in the context of the Dalton Lee Buckholz shooting in Canyon City, May 1st, 2021. Okie dokie. Peace.